Hello, everyone, and this is It Ain't Giving. This is your two beautiful co-hosts, Thims, Shomuni Lacroix, and
Noella Fierce, welcome back. We took a little hiatus because your girl was sick.
yes.
Let me go get into that in a little bit. So let's start off with what wasn't giving for the past 2 weeks. Um, Obviously, for me, getting sick did not give. Not
Mm-hmm.
one bit. Not 1 ounce of it gave, except for staying home. But I was home and I was feeling like shit, so
Right.
it wasn't giving. I also just broke the Beyonce code because we're not even a minute into this, but it's fine.
Right.
It always seems to be me. I always seem to forget. But yeah, that's what's not giving for me. The sickness, the illnesses that plagued
You.
my body. Not
What ain't
cute.
giving for me was this damn hurricane that we'll end up talking about. I live in Florida, if some of you don't know, and that shit had all my shit fucked up. I was out of power for almost 2 days. A very limited access to the internet. Like I'm sending text via satellite because there's no reception because all of the lines are down. And then it just created utter chaos and everything else. Like food was sold out everywhere. Gas was every gas station was running out of gas. It was like long lines at every gas station that did have gas. Uh it was busy as fuck at work. D- It fucked up things for the podcast because all my settings were all fucked up. My computer's running slow because it turned off. It messed up a lot for me. So that's kind of what wasn't giving for me was that damn hurricane, truthfully. It fucked my shit up. Um, but
Hmm.
yes, let's get into the topic of Noella being sick because that leads to everything else pretty much.
Right. So when was it? Yeah, last week or like, wasn't
Everything's
this?
been a blur. Everything's been a blur, bitch.
Yeah. So I just know that I got sick on I started feeling like unwell, like uneasy on um Wednesday, like my off day. And then Thursday, I went to work
Mhm.
and I was not feeling great. But luckily that day I was made an extra because on the Tuesday of that week, I didn't perform well en route, so they made me extra for many days after that. I was even an extra on Friday, or it was either Friday or Saturday. I was an extra as well.
Mhm.
So I had a lot of time off, and thankfully I needed that. Actually, no, because when I got the sickness, I went to the hospital. I went to immediate care to like see if it was COVID or strep throat because my mom was like, "You might have strep throat. You need to go to the hospital. You got insurance now. Go to the hospital." I was like, "Okay, I'll go to the immediate care." I had to find one that was in network. I found one that was in network that was about like 6 miles away. So I went there. The doctor checked me out. I got tested for COVID and strep. They didn't say it was either one of those. So it was just a intense fever with a cold as well.
Mhm.
So I got a doctor's note written up because I'm not trying to have an improper excuse for not coming into work. So I texted them, asked them about their sick day policy. They said they don't have one. You'll just have to use PTO for the days that you aren't able to show up.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure I didn't show up for 2 days of scheduled work shifts. So I'm certain that I have like no PTO left over, which is not cute. Um,
We coming up on the end of the year, so we fine.
right. So
Like December around the
I'm
corner, it'll
gonna.
be a new year and you'll have more PTO. Clock it.
Well, it's not how that works here. Unfortunately, you
Well,
accrue it by working. You
um,
don't just get PTO.
well,
Unfortunately, you got to earn it through
well.
shifts. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure I have no PTO. Anyway, took those 2 days off. I was still not feeling that great, but I come into work on. No, I took off Friday. I took off Friday and Saturday. Those are the days that I took off. So, oh, that's what happened. The Thursday that I went into immediate care, I got the doctor's note because I was an extra that day, so I had
Mhm.
the time to do so. Um, Thankfully, I was not put on route that day because I was feeling like shit. Next day, feel even worse. Day after that, still feel bad. So now we're on Sunday. I'm starting to feel a little bit better,
Right.
but still, the sickness is presiding over my body. So I was already in my mind on that Sunday thinking, I don't know if I want to record an episode this week because I'm not feeling good.
Literally.
So Monday comes around, and we're kind of like very lackadaisical that day, both show and I, more so me because of my sickness, obviously. And then the time rolls around to where we usually would record the podcast episode, and I was just not feeling it. I was still sick.
Yeah.
My voice still sounded weird. So I just broached the subject. Show was like, I don't think I want to record an episode this week. And then Show was like so happy because she was feeling
I
the
was like, girl,
exact same
I was
way.
feeling it the day before. I was like, I don't know if I want to do an episode tomorrow. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I feel up to it. And then she said that, and I was like, oh, period, because I don't want to do one this week
we
anyway.
was on
So,
the same we was on the same page. We both needed the week off. I know we just got
mhm.
back from a break, but circumstances do happen in which sometimes an episode might not get uploaded that week.
Yeah,
And we
you
do
got
hope that you give
sick,
us
and
the
then
grace
yeah,
to
you got
do
sick, and then
so.
I had work, and then the hurricane was fucking up shit, and it was just
Yes,
like,
and this girl literally went through a goddamn hurricane. So
yeah,
y'all it would have been a miracle if we somehow managed to put a podcast episode up that week.
yeah. We had to just take off. Life was lifing that week, I
Mm-hmm.
fear. Uh,
So parlaying through my sickness, that leads us to Miss Milton, which
yes,
affected this diva right here. Let's talk about Miss
yes.
Milton.
So the hurricane came through on Wednesday, and early in the day, I was like, "Oh, this ain't gonna be nothing." Like, it was just a little bit of light rain at first, and like the day before, I was like, "Why aren't we like? We have all this food in this refrigerator. Why do we have like a bunch of meat and like perishable stuff? And if this hurricane comes through and takes out the power, I'm like, mm." And my mom was like, "Oh, your father went to buy us a bunch of like food." I'm like, "Baby, this is perishable stuff. You're supposed to get non-perishables just in case if you run out of power." Baby, hurricane came through on Wednesday after they cooked all this food, and then the hurricane comes around, knocks out the power. It's just rotting in the motherfucking refrigerator within a day, bitch. Like, it's already all of the fruit is the only thing we could save was like oranges because it has like a outside.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some of the apples and then the meat. And then my dad ended up getting the generator started the following day because the hurricane hit us at night all the way until like early morning of the following day on Thursday. And it was a lot of like by Wednesday at 8 o'clock at night, the power was out. So we went to bed with no power, woke up the next day with no power, went through that whole day with no power. My dad uses the backup generator to uh run fans and get the air fryer started, the microwave ready, and then also what was the other thing he had running off the in the refrigerator so that we could at least keep the meat from going bad at that point. Um Eventually we ran out of gas after that day because we only could rent it for so long. And then that's when gas became an issue because everybody needed gas for their backup generators and for their cars and for their vehicles or whatever. It created like a lot of chaos in that sense. And then grocery stores are sold out of everything and all of the food because everyone's food is going bad. So people are buying food. Just resources were being snatched left and right. It was a little it let me know in my head, like, for sure, like, I already knew what I needed to do if, like, an apocalypse ever happens or, like, we lose, like, access to civilization, like, you better have them canned goods, you better get the hydroponic system, like but here my dad is going to the grocery store, and what does he buy? Fruits and vegetables, and I'm like, That's the first thing to go in the first day. You can't eat all that food. You can't. So I'm just like,
Hmm.
you've lived how many years on this earth and you didn't know that? Like, it really don't take a rocket scientist to know that you need to get a bunch of canned foods. But anyways, wasted all that food, and I hate seeing food wasted. And then it fucked up the internet and the power for 2 days. The second day we got power around. It was like halfway through the day. It was almost a full day. It was maybe like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The power turns on. I hear the AC start blowing through the vent, and I was like, oh, I was like, wait a minute. I had took a nap because I was so bored. I was hot that day. The first day after with no power was fine because the hurricane brought in a bunch of cool air. But then after that day had passed, the next following day, it was hot and sunny and it started to cook in the house. And I was like, baby, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna do without no power. But that hurricane fucked up all of my electronics. My computer was running slow. Uh, I had to replug in all of my input settings on the gaming channel. So when we came back and were trying to film for the following episodes of It Ain't Gaming, and it was riddled with technical issues, like audio looping the entire hour, um, following into the whole video file is corrupted, and we can't even upload that for the week. So it was like podcast and in gaming. It was just like it wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't gonna happen. Hurricane kind of fucked up in gaming on that sense because all my input settings was in the gutter and the computer was running slow. It just would have been a choppy episode altogether. And it was the final 2 episodes that we needed to do. And I felt like it was kind of good that that happened so that we just didn't do any more recording for that week. And then the last 2 episodes, seamless, perfect, ending of the game, like with no
Hmm.
issues audio wise or corruption because it's uploading. It's uploading right now as we're
Yeah, we
speaking.
just finished.
So,
We just finished recording the final two parts of our
right.
Dying Light 2 series.
Yes, we're gonna move
And
into posting some other stuff for it in gaming to continue it. We have some Overwatch content already pre-recorded.
so stay tuned for that. But I
Yes.
must say, I am so thankful to be done with Dying Light 2. Y'all have
Yeah.
no idea.
It was so
Oh my gosh,
buggy.
it's such a buggy game. Like you would
So
think
buggy.
after not playing it for like 2 years, like since it came
Mhm.
out, that some of those glitches would have been fixed.
Phased
Like some of
out
the
and fixed.
bugginess of the
It
zombies,
wasn't.
the play, like it's oof.
It
And then
wasn't.
this last episode, in the literal epilogue of the game, I can't even really enjoy it properly because my screen is like black and white and like all blurry. Like it was the game thought that I was forever stuck in like volatile
Zombie
mode.
mode. Right.
And like I was just like seeing shadows of people. I was trying to cut people up with my little axe in shadow mode. I'm like, I guess there's a person here. So I'm going to swing at them. And I did my best, but I'm sure Show did most of the legwork that episode.
And I'm glad
Because
that
I
that
was,
issue wasn't on my end because we're recording on my end. So it's
yeah,
like y'all would have seen
you can't see
crunch.
my point of view anyway, but I'm
Yeah.
still playing the game with her, obviously. But it was, oh, it was so crunchy. It was so
Mm-hmm.
crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of like soured my whole mood for the rest of the recording. And you'll
Yeah.
definitely be able to tell I was over it at that point. But we got through our first playthrough.
Yes, we
Let's
stuck
let's
to it.
celebrate that.
Yes, we stuck to it and we
We
did
didn't
what we needed
quit.
to do. Yeah, we didn't quit. So we almost quit
And
on
some
like the
insider
first
tea. I was about to
episode.
say. I was about to say some insider tea. We almost did quit
On
Dying
that
Light like
first
right off the
episode,
bat.
first and second episode, immediately we was about to just like shelf those and scrap it,
Hmm.
and then had some other issues elsewhere, and we're like, we're just gonna stick it through. Like,
Right.
uh,
He's like, you didn't delete the files yet, did you? She's like,
No.
no. She just privatized the videos, and then it's like, we got to keep doing this because the other thing we're trying
Yeah.
to do ain't working. So,
Yeah.
so we're gonna try to figure out that other thing for these next gaming episodes, and who knows how long the Overwatch series will go, but we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see.
We might do it like here and there. It's not something consistent. It's just I really want to figure out how we can incorporate game chat audio just because it literally we only can do our audio. And then even when we're in the game, it don't pick up her. Like I don't hear her on her end. So it's like we can't even go to game chat in that sense. So it's like it would just be us playing very much. But I want to get that interaction with other people, you know?
Right, because that's one of the things that makes Overwatch so interesting is when there are people actually in the game chat and like you can converse with them and kiki with
Right.
them.
Right. Or not kiki with them and it's a clip of
Right,
drama
or if
either
they're
way.
hateful.
So
Mm-hmm.
hmm so
They being nasty and hateful then, period. That's content,
yeah,
baby.
literally. So do we want to move into talking about the men?
I guess we can talk about men.
So I had one I was speaking to her prior to getting on the podcast about how there was this one dude that I was talking to and I had like shown her what he looks like or whatever. Um and more than that. Ooh. Um I was like I kind of like unadded him, like AKA blocked him just cuz like he lives too far. Like this man lives 2 hours away. I'm never gonna make that drive, and I don't think he ever gonna make that drive. So we're really just talking to each other for no fucking reason and wasting my time. And I work too much now at this point. I'm starting to reach 30 hours a week. My body is tired and sore. I can't handle men blowing up my phone consistently and being impatient and annoying. It's like, you're not my boyfriend. We aren't dating. I don't owe you anything. You don't pay my bills. And they just be up in my fucking face, like asking for the most and doing the least and not actually like putting in any actual effort to like do things with me or see me. And I'm just like, I'm too pretty for this, and I'm too busy and tired to be fucking around with a man that is not putting in any effort, you know? So if they
Yeah.
live far, baby, I ain't talking to you at this point. There's no point. I'm not making that trip, and I'm not gonna assume that you gonna make the trip. So
Mm-hmm. And I'm getting to a point where I am about to be in the same boat. Honestly, I am in the same boat. A lot of the time, these men be messaging me and they're like 100+ miles away, like 85 miles
oh,
away,
would
40 miles
never.
away. I'm
I
like,
could
I'm never
maybe do
driving that.
60, like maybe, like I could do an
It would
hour.
have to be a relationship. And if they're not, I'm not
Yeah,
driving for nobody. I'm not
yeah,
driving that far for no hookup or like just meeting a man for the like, no, you need to be
yeah.
close by,
You
or you
do.
need to buy me an Uber, or you gotta drive to me and we'll go to someplace close to me because I'm not drive. I drive
Hmm.
enough. I drive
Yeah.
like 14 hours a day when I'm working my main job.
Mhm.
Like that is how much I'm driving. I'm driving the 10+ hours, well, like 11 hours for the main job, and then when I
Mhm.
do my newspaper delivery job, it's another 3.5 to 4
Mhm.
hours. So
Right.
I can't be like on my off days. I don't even feel like driving. I don't even feel like leaving the house on my off
Mm.
days. I'd rather just stay in, be with my puppy, hang out with this lovely diva right here, play video
Oh,
games with my little DPS duos or tank duos, and just chill out and relax. Because I don't have a lot of time to do that nowadays, and I haven't had time to do
yeah.
that for like the past ever since I started working this main job back in February. So
Yeah.
life's been real hectic, but constant money flow is just
It's always gonna eat. It's always gonna eat.
just je ne sais quoi. Because I've been able over these past um, almost year since February, I've been able to purchase like pretty much anything that I want and still like live comfortably. So it's like, yes, I work a lot, but I'm able to afford pretty much anything that I want.
Right.
Obviously, I still can't afford to live alone because I don't.
This
I
economy
would,
is just mm,
yeah, we'll get to
you need
that.
to have some buku bucks to
To live single, to like have your own apartment and like to let. Okay, it is possible. It is possible. I know what y'all think. It's possible, but
but you need to
the
make
life that I
at
lead,
least like $100,000 a year, I fear, or at least
I
$80,000
don't
a
know,
year.
baby. You don't need to earn that
I feel
much.
like,
But for the apartments that we want, yes. But
yeah.
if you want to just some rink-a-dink bullshit apartment, no
Oh
shade to the rink-a-dink apartments.
no,
To the people that live in
I
rink-a-dink
can't
apartments, no
blame
shade to y'all.
them.
But that's not me.
I
I
can't do
can't
that.
live that lifestyle, especially after
Mm-mm.
living in this gorgeous house. I can't be
Mm-mm.
downgrading too much.
No.
Like I need something that's like going to match my my tier. I
Hmm.
can't downgrade. Like this house is gorgeous, damn near not a mansion, but like it feels like a mansion. Period. It feels like a palace. Owned by my parents. I'm like, I
Hmm.
I love staying here, but I do wish that I had my own space. You know,
Hmm.
but I would need a roommate for sure, or a partner, either or
Both.
both,
Both.
or both,
Move in
because
with some
then you're splitting it.
couples. Clock
Yep,
it.
because then you split the bills 4 ways, and that eats real bad.
Mm.
Oof, because I'm just imagining moving out, and then I gotta pay for water, gotta pay for gas, gotta pay for electricity, gotta pay for rent, gotta pay for garbage removal,
It's like
gotta
at
pay
that
for
point, I just
internet.
want a
Like,
mortgage. Just give me a
oh
mortgage,
my
and then I'll pay
god.
my little electric bill and my internet bill and my water bill. Like, go
Yeah,
on and get me a mortgage and get me a house, and unless it's rent to own, because I'm not gonna give money for rent if I'm not gonna own the bitch in the end. Because what the fuck, like,
right.
what it look like? I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know what that looks like, but starting off, I feel like it would be cute for us to move into like an apartment or something, and then like tiptoe into a house. I feel like a house like has a big commitment. With an apartment,
Hmm.
it's like, oh, we have a little lease. Like, this is our time here.
Right.
If you
It's a
want to
little
extend it, you
6 month
can.
lease.
Right. Just
I hate
get
them leases because I've been
into
looking
it.
at. Yeah, I've been looking at apartments lately, and I hate those 12-month leases. Like, ooh, you locked into some bullshit for 12,
12
12
months?
months.
Oof.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't do
But
that.
yeah, what was we talking about? We was talking about men and the distances, and somehow it led to living by ourselves and mortgages. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, that was all the topics. We still got more time to go.
Period. Period.
Just R-wording out for the last few minutes.
Yes, we're gonna regal it up. We're gonna be regal, real regal. Um, how's your day? Before we started talking.
Girl, I was tired as fuck. I was asleep. She called me on FaceTime. My ass was dead
I
asleep.
did.
I was like,
I did.
I saw that somebody was calling me. I was like, oh, Noella's calling me. I'm like, I'm gonna let it ring. I'm too tired, child. I was like, I went right back to
I
sleep.
thought
I was like, oh, my body's killing me. I was so
no,
sore
because
and
I thought
tired.
you were. I thought you were already up because usually when you go to sleep, you turn on like do not disturb, and I can see that it says
I
show does not have notifications turned on, but that wasn't on. So I was like, oh,
forgot.
maybe she's up. I'm gonna try to call
I
her,
forgot.
but I just let it rung, and I was like, oh, she must be still
I
sleeping then.
forgot. Yeah. Usually,
Usually,
it's for sure I do it if I'm working. Like, and there would be some days where I'm like, for sure, even if I wasn't working, I'm gonna just turn off silence notifications, like asleep or whatever. And but I forgot, and so it was just ringing. I was looking at my phone. I'm like, it's Noella. I'm tired, girl. I just went right back to sleep. I was like, ha ha ha.
gagged me, but not really. I knew you were sleeping. It's like
I was
I just let her wake up on her own.
Yeah, I ended up slowly waking up, and I'm like, all right, let me see if she texted me. I'll respond, and then I don't know how long I went like back to. I don't think I went back to sleep for very long, did I?
Mm-mm.
I
It's
don't.
like an hour or two.
Oh, I did? Okay. But like
Hmm.
I just knew I could not at that moment. I was just so out of it and tired and sore. Like I'm starting to get on these 30-hour work weeks and my body is not used to how it feels when I be getting off. And I had worked like a 10 or 11 hour shift and I was just like my
She's
body
going through
is
them. She's going through them working woman pains that I be going through, that I've been going through for years. Working two jobs to do that to you, or working one intense like job where you're always on your feet. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
uh,
You getting them grown woman working pains, and but
my checks
comes
were
at the
getting
cost of making money. Right, checks are getting bigger and bigger now that especially now that she's working them 30-hour work weeks. Like, clock that tea. Clock them 30-hour work weeks. I usually get like
serious.
around 35 to 40. Depends
They
on.
they hired me for full time. It's just like they're working me into the full time hours because they didn't have the hours at first. But like as time is progressing, I'm just getting more and more. So it's like I'm just waiting. Like probably a month from now, I'll be like full time. I'll probably be at 35 to 40 hours in a month from now. And I'm like,
That check
honestly,
gonna be real nice.
oh,
Mm-hmm. She gonna be able to start buying stuff like I do. She gonna get herself a lip stain. She gonna What else she gonna get?
I'm gonna
She
get
gonna start
everything.
saving up
I'm a
for.
save up. I need to save up for. I need to remember that I'm trying to save up to go to New York and do my little thing. But I do want to upgrade the gaming quality at some point. I feel like I definitely should wait and not jump the gun and do it so early, especially since we're not at like a big growth point for our gaming channel. I feel like that's something that I need to wait to invest, lots of money into it, maybe like a couple months down the line to a year. I want to make the jump and get it to 4K already with 60 FPS and fucking, you know, faster upload times, but
It might be given that
expensive.
I switch up my whole setup so that I can record the gameplay, and I just get the
Yes, give me
Elgato
you
and
get an
then
Elgato because you already have
install
the
it.
gaming
And
computer to run the 4K
yes, I
fucking
have a.
capabilities.
Speaking of things that I am now able to afford, I bought a almost $5,000 PC, and it's already paid off.
Right, she already paid it off
So
for just recently.
yeah, I paid it off within 6 months. Ooh,
Period.
that's on budgeting, and that's on working two jobs, baby.
Right.
Yeah, get into it. I
Get
haven't made a big
into it.
purchase since then. It's kind of just been like perfumes, lip stains, mascara. I haven't done
Skincare,
like
your
any big
Korean
purchases.
skincare.
Yeah, skincare.
Hmm.
Yeah. What else? I don't. Yeah, that's the last big purchase I did. I've been thinking of getting a new TV,
Hmm.
but we'll see. Because I
I
would
feel
love to
like the
have like a.
first what?
I was gonna say I feel like I want a TV with a higher refresh rate, so it, like, looks smoother when I play games on it.
Oh,
Because right now it's just stuck at 60, which
okay.
cute. But when I play games on my PC, it'd be so crisp. Oh, it'd be
Crystal.
so crisp. Yeah, it'd be so smooth. I can get up to like 300 frames
Mhm.
sometimes while playing in 1440 because this monitor is only 1440. It could handle it very much so could handle 4K gaming in
Mhm.
like probably the 120 frames range to 144. But I don't have the monitor that can support that yet. So it's either
Yeah.
getting a TV or a monitor. And then I already have two monitors because, rich bitch shit. Not really. But I like to have a proper setup. If I'm gonna do something, if I was gonna get a gaming PC, it was gonna be proper and it was gonna give
Right.
like proper setup. So I got both these monitors are probably well over, they're like 5 years old at this point. I got them with my older PC, but even then, I already knew I wanted like the highest quality at the time was like 1440. So I got a
Right.
1440p monitor, and then I got another one that is 1440 but it's only 60 frames per second. My main one, oh, my niece.
She came out to
Everyone,
say
this is
hi.
everyone. This is my niece. Say hi. Hi, niece. You look
She's
so
great.
pretty.
You just look at.
This is Amor. Everyone say hi to Amor. She look angry. She's like, why
You
you
just
picking
look
me
at.
up?
She's purring.
Oh, I can't hear it. I wish I could hear her purrs.
Mm.
They'd be so healing. But yeah. What was I
Yeah,
saying? I forgot.
we were just
My
talking
niece
about gaming
distracted me.
stuff and your TV and the capabilities and stuff. What you need to get.
Right. So let's wrap things up. Let's talk about what
Yeah.
we did give and what is giving. Um, hmm. I'm gonna say for me,
A
what's
consistent
giving?
paycheck. That's what's given for me. Shit.
I was about to say making money again.
I know that's right. I know that's
Because
right,
it's going to do
bitch.
it for me every time. Making money is going to do it for me every single time. Like being able to afford things,
I don't know.
it eats real bad. It eats real bad. Like, yes, I'm living in my parents' house, but this is a very nice house. This is a $350,000 house. Like, we chilling, we coolin'. And
Mm.
now it's clock this T. When we first got this house, I found it. Your girl found the house. And I was like, this is a really nice house. Like, yes, it needs like some fixing up work, but like
Mm-hmm.
once it's done, it's gonna be real ganky. I didn't say it like that, obviously. But we bought the house, closed on it for I think around 300, and now it's worth over $500,000. So clock that. I
Now
ate
check
that.
that.
I ate that real bad. But yeah, so that's
That's
that.
given for me making money. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
And I'm a concur with my sister. I
Mm.
agree. I agree. What's also giving is me taking supplements and vitamins and greens that make me feel like way more energized and like overall happy. Like I've noticed
Mm-hmm.
my mood has improved since I've started this like daily green thing.
Mm.
And then I've also been keeping up with my black seed oil that I take and obviously keeping up with my transition pills. And I just got prescribed some progesterone. So we're going to
Raw.
see how that affects the body and the feminization of Noella Fierce. But yeah, I just want to, you know, say that and close off the pod with that.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
but
all
yeah,
for me.
thank you guys so
Shit.
much for watching.
Mhm.
Um,
My cat
oh,
is bumping the damn camera right now.
oh wow.
Go lay
Pick her
down,
up.
girl. Damn. Kind of close this out, girl. You know,
Right.
since you want to be in the video,
I was about to say, just pick her up and we can close it
if you
off
want
with
to be in
Miss
the video.
Amore. Hi,
Yeah.
Amore. Amore, tell them that they should like, comment, and subscribe to the It Ain't Giving channel. This week's
Leave
question,
leave
you
an
want to...
emoji, comment an emoji of your zodiac sign because they have all the zodiac signs. Comment your zodiac sign emoji down below and tell us what sign are
I
you in.
love that. I love that.
Hmm. I
Period.
loved that you guys told us your Pokemons. I actually like
Mm-hmm.
read the comments and it
We got
all
one
actually gave me
comment.
pluses. So I thought it was
Oh,
cute that we could
Amore.
interact
She's so
with
cute.
oh the hair in my mouth. That we could interact with y'all and see you guys as viewers. So definitely tell us what your zodiac signs are. I'm interested. And that's all from me and my beautiful kitty.
Oh, I think I heard a little bit of her purr that time. Yes, thank y'all so
Yes.
much for watching. Y'all know where to find us. It Ain't Giving. I'm Noella Fierce. She's
This is
Chamonier
Shomani
Lacroix.
Lacroix. And this is
Exactly.
Amor.
And this is the debut of Amore on the podcast. All right. Bye, y'all. Say bye, Amore.
Mwah.